Hello everyone, welcome back to FBM Maine Outdoor Journal. I think we're at December
11th.
I think we're at December 11th.
Yeah.
Jackson says it's December 11th, that sounds about right. We haven't been down to check the food plots in a few weeks. We do have the cell cam on one of them, and I'm getting a lot of pictures on that. Quite a few smaller bucks, some does and lambs. So we got a bunch of other regular chip cameras down here. We're going to come down and check the status of the food plots. Pull these chips. We'll show you what we got. This is the time of year we really plant the food plots for, to help those deer transition as they're coming off the rut, especially the bucks, and moving into before they go to the wintering grounds. Never had any deer winter on this property, or really in the surrounding properties. It's not really the good cover for it, but if they can get a good push here, a good snack, put on a few pounds before they go into the winter season in case we get a lot of snow, maybe it'll work out good. So see what we got to take place. All right, so we're at the upper food plot. If you remember right, this is the one that's near the house. This is the one that is the we did the clover mix, also with the beets and greens. That's got the radishes, the beets, turnips, all that. And I don't see hardly any signs where the deer have been out here too much. A little bit here and there. Now last year, at the end of November, in almost the whole month of December, they was out here eating these radishes and turnips and stuff right down into the ground. I can't see where they've hardly touched them this year, but the thing that's changed the biggest is we put in that big field of soybeans down here, and those are all sticking up above the snow. That's where I got the cell cam, so I'm guessing the deer are hitting that pretty heavy. Of course, we did get a little fluff of snow today, so it'd be hard to see tracks, but I don't see many radishes, turnips and stuff that's been chewed. They're sticking up well above the snow. So, so far they're not hitting this, but that doesn't mean they won't a little later on. They just might like those soybeans way better, or maybe that winter rye. We haven't got down to those fields yet, so we'll take a look at that, see what we got. I did have a camera on this. I just pulled the chip, so we'll be able to see if I missed something that the snow covered up. Alright, we're down to food plot number 2. This is the Whitetail Institute power plant. This was the sunflowers, soybeans, cowpeas. We did sprinkle a little bit of ravish radish in some spots that was a little thin. But yeah, we got enough snow today, so all the tracks are pretty well covered up, so you can't see much track sign. But I just started into these soybeans, and I can't find any pods where I just started into it. They've been just going to town. There's a few here and there, but you can see it's not hardly any pods on these at all. They've stickered up there nice so that the snow doesn't beat them down, which is great. Should be some pods on there like these. Down there, there's some. These ones are all cleaned right up, which was just what they were supposed to do. What I was reading, this is the time of year I wanted to be able to give them that good protein and nutrients. In the everywhere I look, they got them pods. They've been cleaning them right up. That's good. It's working out nice. Yep. So we're gonna walk around out here a little bit, see how many any areas we still got quite a few pods left, see how things are holding out, give us an idea next year if we want to increase acreage on this stuff, or maybe do something different. But right now, looks like it's doing exactly what we want. We've had 2 or 3 different snows of a couple inches or so. Everything's still standing up above the snow, so they can get at those pods right into the early winter. So far, so good. Well, we pretty well moved around this most of this food plot. Find some places here and there where there's still quite a few bean pods, but they've pretty well cleaned things up here. I noticed they started to eat some of the radish tops, but they haven't started eating the radishes yet. That's pretty interesting, because those were real one of their favorites this time last year. So I'm guessing that they just love these soybeans so much that they're just going to eat those till they're all gone. Then I expect they're going to start eating these radishes, but we'll find out for sure. Notice that these sunflowers, those have been picked by the birds a little bit on the tops. But they're all got some good seed heads on there. I noticed someone missing a lot of seeds near the top. I was trying to find one. Right like that right there. Actually, it looks like a deer might have bit that one. See where the birds picking the seeds out of that. So that's good for the small game. I'm sure the deer will chew on some of that too, because the a lot of nutrients in them sunflower seeds. So we're going to ease across the rest of this food plot number 2 over to number 3, which will be our experiment with the no-till food plot we did this year with the winter rye. See if they've been pawing that up and eating it. We may have got too much snow today to see. I didn't pull any chip on this sunflower plot because I got the cell cam on that. Seen at least 2 different spike horns, 2 different crotch horns, and then there's one that's got a kind of bigger rack, but he's always a little ways away from the camera. And be anxious. I got the food plot number 4 and 5 down below, down by the power line. Those winter rye, but I got some more cameras down there with the mock scrape, so it'll be interesting to see how what those got for pictures. We'll show you everything that's noteworthy in this video, but I'm going to walk over to the food plot number 3 here where the no-till winter rye is, and take a look at that, see what's going on. Well, here's the winter rye no-till food plot. We got enough snow today, so it's erased all the tracks. I'm sure they've been out here. I don't have a camera on this section. I should move something over here so I can bring a T-post over here, something so I can put a camera out here, but I don't have one on here right now. I know when I was down here during hunting season, they had pawed some snow up. Quite a few places was eating this winter rye, but we got an inch or 2 of snow today on top of the snow we had, and it's kind of covered everything up. I can see where with some old tracks, but I can't really make out really what's going on. Most places you can't see anything, but mostly all just whited in. I was trying to find a place where I could kick it back, see how the green it is. Usually that'll hold it up greenness pretty good, that winter rye. You can see she's still pretty green underneath the snow there. So come back down here in a couple days after this snow gets a age on it, that we'll be able to tell where they're moving around the most of those, where the tracks are. Alright, we're going to sneak back across, get down and check the other winter rye spot, pull a couple more camera chips down by the shooting shack, and see what's going on down there. Alright, we're getting over to the other winter rye spots on the side hill. I'll take a look around here. Looks like there's enough snow that you ain't gonna be able to see too much. See, she's still nice and green sticking up there in places. Sure they've been pawing this up, I just can't tell because the snow's so fresh. You can see right there, I kick it back, nice greenness. Nice greenness. I don't think we're going to be able to tell too much what's going on down here until we just pull the chips. I think that's going to be the only answer. Oh, looks like Jackson left the window up in the shooting jack. You better go up there and close it so it don't fill full of snow.
Probably already is.
Got a family of mice up there living. They can't have snow blowing in on the house all year.
Yeah.
Keep your eye up in the trees. Them partridges will be budding with this snow on the ground.
You want to hold this?
Look at this. Kick this back. There's some nice greenness here. I'm sure they're eating this stuff. Just can't tell with this fresh snow. Get a camera over here. Pop a chip out of that. Yeah. Make sure you close them up. Get a camera here. Nice little bird nest. Just these cheap Dascos. They don't have any bells and whistles, but they're a good little camera for the money. 30-something bucks. I never had them fail too much. Work good. Just for basic picture taking. It's not no high definition stuff. Jackson's making her up. I'll sneak down here and down the power line and, where the mock scrape is. Pull that chip while he's closing up the windows. Who was up in the shack last left the windows open. He'll get them closed up. From the power line spot, I can see a few dimples in the snow down here, but there's still just enough snow you can't really see what's going on. The mock scrape was getting hit most of the fall by some smaller bucks. Didn't have nothing super big. Nothing's pawed on that since the snow. My old licking stick there, mock scrape underneath. They had this all pawed up here earlier. I got my camera over on this side. This tree. One of them muddy jobs. We'll pop the old chip out of that, shut her off. I can get the chip out. What?
I just heard wing.
Oh, I heard wing. Partridges around. Good to take a shotgun in case you see something.